It's Madden NFL 23, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Raiders and the Eagles, just ahead on EA Sports.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. Now ETN to start the drive. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That's a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against it.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield to Jefferson on the slant. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Throwing, Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Eagles are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now a play fake here on first down. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Looking to throw. Holly. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. The Eagles are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Mixon on first down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. The numbers for Mixon last week, 18 carries, 67 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be met at about the 43. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back to throw. Holly. He finds his man. Complete. It's Price. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And they run the option on 2nd down. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off play action. Holly. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Yannick Ngakoue. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Raidersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Dancing away at the 30. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Mayfield. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. His fourth catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. From the 40 now on second down. Mayfield. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mayfield looks to throw. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning to points for the other side. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll keep it himself. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Raiders. O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters, and how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored, really making his mark in the red zone here in the first month of the season.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Holly. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. An option handoff here to Mixon. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Holly. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 14 at the 19-yard line.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for 10-12. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. Mayfield on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
The drive will start with an option going left. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. A toss left, Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Going to the air again with Mayfield.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And this one complete to Smith.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mayfield with it once more. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield.
And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. To throw, Mayfield. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing to start the drive. Holly.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And the Raiders have got him. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Off the play fake. Holly. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first, time.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this 3rd quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Throwing on first down. Holly. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's caught. Smith.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. It's really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Mixon.
And he's got it to about the 40.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Holly. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. On 3rd down. Holly.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll try to run the option here. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. An option handoff here to Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
It's complete.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score Eagles 12.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Eluding the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Mayfield. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returning is Peppers. Oh, nice move. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll start with the option. Now the ball comes loose, and the Raiders pick it up.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Mayfield's throw there complete to Myers.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Holly. And he fires one, but incomplete. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This from 36 yards out. And his kick is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Throwing, Mayfield.
Got an open man, finding Jefferson.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. A gain of 22. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
ETN up the middle.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield off the play fake. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Running left, it's Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes, just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly, got in there, and made the play.
To throw on 3rd down. Holly. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back over to the line of scrimmage. Play fake. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
Here's Brian Anger now
as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
Here comes Peppers. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can attempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, Holly. And this is caught. He hits more.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down, Holly. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Mixon running right. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. To throw on third down, Holly. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out. And
my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick-6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Back to it after the pick-6. Mayfield. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
The red challenge flag making an appearance. Doug Peterson not liking what he saw there. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Handoff running left is Etienne. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. They'll try the left side with Etienne.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Complete. Smith has it. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Mayfield looks to throw. Incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Mayfield. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Mayfield.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is third and goal.
Now Mayfield.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
On third down, Holland. He's got Smith here.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And they take a knee.
2nd and 11 now.
Inside handoff to Mixon. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Eagles, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.